Hello! Welcome to another weekly perfume adventure. I skipped last week because I ended up doing or kicking off my makeup diaries, which is sort of a shop my stash slash project plan slash using my makeup stuff. And I thought, oh, I better get back to the perfume because I have got my perfect, I don't know perfect, but my current favorite, maybe perfect coffee slash gourmand, what do you call that, combo that I am completely obsessed with and I just love. I wore it actually a couple of days ago. It wasn't just yesterday. Darling, when did we go to Mecca? Was that yesterday?
Yes.
Yes, yesterday. And I stopped in at Mecca to just have a look around because I like to go in and look. I can't afford a lot of the stuff in there because it's ridiculously expensive. But I like to go in there and play, and I like to go in there and smell perfume and things like that. And I actually, let's see if I can find it, got myself a sample of the Ellis Brooklyn Apple Love, which is a new scent. It's sort of like a fruity apple, I don't really know. I've heard about it, and she didn't give me much. I only got like a tiny little amount, so I haven't tried it yet. I knew I wanted to try it, so I've got that to try. And I also got the Maison Crivelli Patchouli Magnétique. I know I love this one, but I just wanted to play with it a little bit more, and I got a little bit more of that one. And they're both, I know they're both gorgeous. I really do like the Ellis Brooklyn perfumes. Lighting is not great in here because it's getting dark outside, and evenings are always a little bit, challenging. I could try to keep the thingy light that I've got sort of in front of me on for longer, but it times out, I've discovered. So if it suddenly goes dark, that's why. And if I notice, I'll kind of get up and turn it on. And by the way, hubby is over there, so darling, say hi to Echo.
Grumble, grumble, grumble. Hi, Echo.
There you go. So hubby's there, and it's we're just gonna chill for the rest of the day because it's the weekend. And anyway, so favorite combo. All right, it's French coffee, and I don't know who this French coffee is by. Oh, sorry, Rehab. Is it Rehab? Yes. Sorry, it's very sparkly and shiny and reflective, but it's by Rehab, and oh gosh, it smells like sweet roasted coffee. Or have you ever had that Copico coffee lolly? It smells exactly like this, and oh my gosh, it's so good. I love it on its own. It doesn't last a very, very long time, but it's very inexpensive because like this giant 100 ml bottle, I think is only like 40 or 50 Australian dollars. So I don't even know what that is in American dollars. It's probably even cheaper in America because, things are ridiculous here in Australia, but that's very affordable. So I have this, and then I recently got sent this Oakcha That Girl, what's it called? Oakcha Viral Vanilla. Oakcha. How many times can I say Oakcha before I get to the next point? Oakcha. Echo, have you been counting? Yes, so this is the That Girl Viral Vanilla, and it's a really pretty vanilla caramel that's similar to Bianco Latte, and we all know I don't love Bianco Latte. I've got a whole video about that. I actually find Bianco Latte very boring, but This has added notes of coconut and marshmallow in it, and that makes it actually quite interesting to me. So you've still got that sweetness of the vanilla and the caramel, but it's kind of levels up a little bit because it's got the fluffiness of the marshmallow and the creaminess of the coconut, which I really like. And it's pretty on its own too. And I like it on its own, but I like it better when I mix it with my French coffee. And then for this blend that I'm talking about, that I'm kind of obsessed with, I actually have a little vial of it here. This is my 3 ml vial. I get these vials where it's got the measurements, which makes it a lot easier for me to figure out like how much is in the bottle, the vial and the tube and that kind of thing. I'm gonna try to turn that up a little bit and see what happens. If it starts flashing red, it's because it goes from bright, medium to disco red. So bear with me. Ugh, it turned off. Oh, oops. The battery's dead. That doesn't help at all, does it? Let me see if I can do something else. Does that help? Yes, that helps a little bit. I just turned on the light in the bathroom, so that helps a little bit. I am sorry. This is very bad preparation on my part, but you know, that's kind of normal. That's kind of me. Anyway, so the other bit is Tabac by Maison Alhambra, I think. Yes. And this is a gigantor bottle. This is actually supposed to be inspired by Dior Tabacalor, and it smells nothing like Dior Tabacalor. This is just straight up tobacco and smoke. Whereas Dior Tabacalor has a lot of sweetness and vanilla and just cream. Well, it's not creamy, but it's got like a spicy sweetness to it. So if I want to wear something that's closer to Dior Tabacalor, I actually pair this with a vanilla. However, what I have done is I have gone and done 4 parts of Oakcha That Girl, and I have done 4 parts of French coffee and just a splash of Tabac, because Tabac is really, really, really strong and really, really spicy. And this just sort of takes the edge of the sweetness a little bit and adds a little bit of spice to it. And oh yes, see, I can smell the coffee, and then I can smell the creaminess and the sweetness from the caramel and the vanilla and the coconut and the marshmallow from That Girl. And it just gives me like this sweet, creamy coffee, like caramel frappuccino kind of a vibe, I guess. And I just, oh gosh, it smells so good. And so I was at Mecca yesterday and smelling stuff, and I was chatting to the lovely lady who was helping me, and I go, smell this. And she's like, oh my goodness, what are you wearing? That smells really gourmand. It smells amazing. And I don't gatekeep, okay? If you want to know what I'm wearing, I'll tell you what I'm wearing. So it was basically just a blend of French coffee, That Girl, and a tiny little bit of Tabac to just give you a little bit of like just that spiciness. Oh, yes. Oh, gosh. And also, because this is so strong and this has so much longevity in it, it means that it extends the life of that blend that I've kind of concocted myself. So I basically just, you know, spray until I reach a certain level, and then spray some more, and then give it a shake and mix it all up. And that works really well because I get to wear what I want. I know exactly how much I've got in it, and I know how long it's going to last and what it's going to smell like, and I can carry it around in my purse if I want to do a top up during the day or, you know, whatever. So it works out really well for me. Other than that, I have been wearing a lot of my Jo Malone Ginger Biscuit, which is, oh gosh, this is like the perfect cold weather winter scent. It literally just smells like Christmas. It's a German, it's not a gingerbread man, it's a German ginger biscuit is what this smells like. And what I do actually is I smell it on, I smell it, but I spray it on my pajamas. So when I go to sleep, I can smell it, and oh, it lasts all night on my pajamas. So that is, oh yes, like that warm, spicy ginger with the cinnamon and a little bit of vanilla. It's so good. And then for a little bit of fun, and because I like to snuggle up to hubby who is back there, and we usually tend to have me snuggling up to him and he sleeps on his side, and I get his back. So what I've done the last few nights is I've been spraying this on him, which is the Demeter Popcorn. It's just a single note scent. It smells exactly like buttered popcorn. Like literally, it'll make you want to eat popcorn when you smell this. And every time I smell it, hubby will go, I need popcorn. I want popcorn. Make me some popcorn. I have no idea how to make popcorn. He's the one who makes all the popcorn here because he's the popcorn eater. But I love the smell. So I spray this onto the back of his pajamas, and then I snuggle up to him and I can smell the popcorn, and oh gosh, that is so good. And I'm weird. I like smelling that before going to sleep. I don't know why. But that is just wonderful. It's a very simple perfume. It's a single note. There's nothing fancy or anything like that. It doesn't last a super duper long time, because it's just a cologne spray. But on clothes, it lasts long enough that, you know, I get a lot of enjoyment out of it, and I love it. I do want to try, the next time I get to Lore in Melbourne, which is where I got this, I want to try and see if they have, I think it's the tomato or the tomato leaf. I love the smell of fresh tomato leaf, and I want to get a bottle of that. So this is a lot of fun. So that's kind of what I've been doing and what I will be doing for the next week. And I'm mostly just been wearing a lot of that because it's just been, it's gotten cold here. Like, you know, the other morning, hubby woke up and it was like 2 degrees, and he's just like, no, I'm not dealing with this. And he turned around and went back to sleep. But we're not getting, you know, it doesn't get any higher than like 12 now. I think today is 13. When we woke up in the morning, it was like, I don't know, 4 or 6 degrees or something like that. All of this is in Celsius. So it's cold. We've got the heat going at the moment, which is why I'm in long sleeve and short sleeves. But this is kind of like my favorite short, sort of, it's a light knit fleece. We call this the bunny fabric. And both hubby and I love this fabric, so we both have a lot of clothes in this, what we call bunny shirts. And finally, the last time, oh, this is going to be a quick video, because it's not even 15 minutes. And finally, the last thing was, the last time we chatted, I was wearing my pure vanilla from Lavanila Laboratories. I was pulling it out to declutter, and then I decided I liked it and loved it, so I'm gonna wear it again. And yes, I really love this. This is a spicy, sweet, deep, rich amber vanilla, and I adore it. And I think the reason I really like it now is because it's had time to develop, because this is a pretty old bottle. I've had it for a while. And And it's really just had a chance to just get better, because vanilla tends to do that. It does develop over time. So I have really enjoyed that. And then I have the Vanille Insensee on Sensei, and from Atelier Cologne. I've tried that a couple of times. I think I need to try this a couple more, so I'll wear it and I'll put it in rotation and I'll wear it again this week, because it's like a spicy vanilla, but it's not a sweet spicy vanilla. Whereas this is sort of like a sweet spicy vanilla. This is sort of more like a dry spiced vanilla with a lot less sweetness to it, but it's still a vanilla fragrance. I like the fact that it's got the vanilla in it, and I like the fact that it's spicy, but I might want it to be a little bit sweeter, so I'm not sure about it. So I want to wear it again, and then if not, I may declutter it. We shall see. But it is really, really, really nice. So we'll see how I feel about it. But I feel like I'm going through like a vanilla moment at right now. I know vanilla is very, very popular, but I just don't like just straight up vanillas. So I like vanilla in spice, vanilla with tobacco, like, you know, Tabacalore. I like the vanilla in, you know, that girl mixed with the French coffee, you know, that kind of thing. So I will see how this goes, and then I will decide what to do with it, whether I declutter it or not. My website, by the way, has been actually doing quite well. I've got some decants up. I've been really busy the last couple of weeks with work, so I haven't had a chance to like put more stuff on there, but I plan on adding a lot more decants on there. I still have a couple of inspired perfumes available for sale. I have some mini Kayali's that are pre-loved available for sale, and they're all super duper reasonably priced because I just want to pass them on. Unfortunately, it's Australia only, because I cannot send perfume of any sort overseas. So it is Australia only. And yeah, no, so it's been working well. And you know, I can share it in the groups. They just click the link, go pick what they want, pay, and the system I'm using is fantastic in terms of like tracking the transaction and sending updates and sending, you know, tracking information and all that sort of stuff. So it's been fantastic. I've just loved it. I just need to find time to put more stuff on it. But I'm not willy-nilly just decluttering for the sake of putting things up for sale. I want to be really sure that it's something that I'm not going to come back to or that I don't want. And then I will get it listed and get it passed on or sold to somebody else who will enjoy it more than I do at the moment. Right, so that is it for me for this week.
Someone was detected at your front door.
Oh, and someone was detected at my front door. I am guessing that that's a neighbor who's come to drop off some, what do you call them, Nespresso coffee pods in our recycling bin that's out the front. We keep this community Nespresso recycling bin out the front, and people come and just drop off. And then when it's full, I can call Nespresso and they send someone out and collect it and they recycle it, which is great. And it's just this thing that I do for the estate that we live on. And fun story, there's this group of teenagers that have on Thursday nights, and it's only on Thursday nights, and the last couple of Thursday nights, wandering around our estate and the neighboring estates and a couple of other neighboring estates looking for trouble. One of the people in our estate last week got broken into. But you know who that you just heard. This was around about 9 o'clock Thursday night, this last week. It came on and said someone was detected at the front door. And I'm like, 9 o'clock at night, who's coming in? Like, nobody should be dropping off Nespresso pods to be recycling that late at night. So I check the app, and I see this, like, a lot of people wandering past our front door in our front driveway, and they kind of look like ghosts. So I thought my app was glitching, on the camera was glitching, and it was some kind of a ghostly paranormal phenomena, which probably would have been less creepy, to be honest. But it turned out to be these teenagers who were out looking for trouble, and they tried our shed. Like, I could see them on the camera, on video, trying to get into our shed, and then going down the driveway and around the corner. They looked at the car, and fortunately they couldn't break into the car because it was locked. And then I saw them walking up towards the road. And then there was a whole thing, the drama. We called the caretaker, we called the police, and all that sort of thing. But long story short, they are dangerous. They were armed with knives and apparently had threatened somebody else on our estate that same night, because she had seen them, lurking, and had, I don't know exactly, called out and said, hey, what do you want? What are you doing? Go away, or whatever it is. And they pulled a knife out and threatened her, which scared the heck out of the poor lady. And our caretaker had apparently been driving around trying to chase them out of the estate for the last few hours. But unfortunately, because he didn't have it on camera and it wasn't on his property, he couldn't really call the police because it wasn't a crime. But because I caught them on camera and they were trespassing on my property, and because it was considered trespassing and because that was illegal, I could call the police, and then the police came, and there was, all that stuff going on. And anyway, they didn't catch them. But it's always happened on a Thursday night. So the speculation is, chances are the parents might have gone out on a Thursday night, and there are 6 of them. So I assume they're friends or a group of friends. And so, they sneak out on a Thursday night because the parents are not home. And probably by the time the parents get home, they're tucked in bed. And, oh, what did you do? Oh, nothing, played some video games and watched a movie with my friends or whatever it was. Not, lurking around in the neighboring estates, and caretakers and police have been chasing me around for the last 3 hours. But yes, so hopefully they'll get caught at some point. We don't know. But yes, anyway, so that was some normal, usual Deanna tangent story time that, you didn't sign up for when you decided you wanted to watch a perfume video about my favorite gourmand combo at the moment. But that is it. So thank you for watching. I will see you next week on the perfume stuff. Oh, wow. There are sirens. I can hear sirens. I don't know if the microphone is catching it. But wow, that sounds really close. That literally sounds like it's on our estate. I wonder what's going on. Maybe the teenagers are back. But anyway, so I'll catch you later. If you get to this point, leave the, I don't know, is there a burglar emoji? Leave one of those, or a chocolate emoji, or a coffee emoji. Burglar, chocolate, or coffee. I'll catch you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.